What's up, everybody? I'm Joshua from Bigger's World, and whether it's your first time, your second time, or your third time, if you haven't subscribed, hit the button. It's down here. It's a picture of me. It's red. It says subscribe. Please support the channel and subscribe. So let's get right into it. This episode will be on ticket sales and how to get to Havasu Falls. So what is Havasu Falls? It's this amazing, beautiful waterfall. It looks like this. And it's in Arizona. It's connected with the Grand Canyon. It's on an Indian reservation. And it's a 25-mile hike, round trip, to get there. And you can only get there if you have a ticket. So I'm going to explain to you how to get a ticket, where it is, and how maybe just a little bit of preparation before you get there. So first and foremost, like I said, it's in Arizona. The way I got there is I flew into Las Vegas, Nevada, spent a few days there, took a car down to the reservation. It's a pretty long drive, maybe 4 or 5 hours, maybe-ish. You get down there, and then you park at the top of the mountain, and then you're going to start your hike going downhill. The first mile or two are downhill, and so that would be about 2-3 kilometers are downhill to start with. And majority of it is a downhill hike in the to get there. On the way back, though, you got to come right back up all these hills, so it gets a little crazy. But anybody and everybody can do this hike. Do not think that you're not in shape enough to do this hike, or you're not going to be able to do this hike, because you will be able to. I saw people of all shapes and sizes and all ethnic backgrounds doing this hike, and you will be able to do it, I assure you. You can take as much time as you need, and you'll get there. So let's get right into it. So the tickets go on sale February 1st at 8 a.m. Arizona time. Before that, you need to go over to Havasupai Reservations.com. I'll put it right here so you guys know where to go. So you go to Havasupai Reservations.com. You create an account, and you get ready for the sale when it goes live on February 1st at 8 a.m. Arizona time. It's just like Burning Man. You have to have the whole setup and everything ready to go. It's a 10-person max on your reservation, so be prepared for that. And when it opens, you have to then put in the dates that you want. You need to be careful here, because if you're going from June, July, August, September, one of those dates, it could be really, really packed. And remember, everyone else is going to be doing it at the same time, so if they get in before you in the queue and they're in there before you, and then you go and put those dates in, you might not get reservations then, because if you would have went for like maybe March or February, you might have got them because no one else was doing that at that time. But if you don't get one, then you have to try another one. So know your dates and kind of hopefully you're flexible a little bit. So it does sell out quite often. The last 2 years, I believe it has sold out. It sold out last year when I went, and we ended up going in March rather than June, because we went for June. They were all sold out and we couldn't get them. So then we just said, all right, March. It was a bit more cold, but it was still an amazing experience. And I would tell anybody to do it on any month, on any time you get tickets. So let's get into the tickets real fast. It's a 3-day event so you have to go for 3 days a minimum. And it is $100 a day, Monday through Thursday, and $125 Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So that is a minimum of $300 to $375 for your tickets. There's no way around this. That's your ticket price. If you want to go to Havasu Falls, you're going to have to pay it. So three-night minimum, $300 to $375 is what your ticket's going to cost. So be aware of that before you decide to try on this. So now that you got the tickets and you've gotten to the reservation, okay, so you flew into Nevada, or you flew into Phoenix, or you flew in somewhere, and now you're at the reservation. So then you're going to park in the parking lot. It's really just the side of a mountain and a parking lot, but you can just park everywhere. You'll see all the cars parked. The cool thing about Havasu Falls is they only allow 75 people to have reservations for per day. So at any given time, with 3-day reservations, there's only going to be approximately 225 people that are hiking up and down and camping and whatnot. So it's really never that crowded, which I kind of enjoyed. I read some blogs that said it was crowded, but I didn't find it that crowded, actually, considering, because there's several campgrounds you can go to. You could camp down here at the waterfall or do this. It wasn't that crowded to me. And I never had a single problem getting pictures of waterfalls or having to wait in lines to get pictures. Never. It was really, really cool. And that's what I enjoyed about it the most. So, but let's get back to it. So once you get there, you're going to park, and then you're going to walk over to the desk, or you'll see the people. They're going to be, you know, checking your tickets and whatnot. And you're going to begin your hike. Your hike is going to go down a long, straggling mountain for about a good mile or 2 kilometers for anyone that is outside of the U.S. using the metric system, which is majority of people outside of the U.S. So your first one is about, you know, so a mile, 2 kilometers straight, pretty down. You're going around, and it's a pretty intense going down hike in the beginning. But remember, this hike is going to be 12 miles to get you to your campsite. So it is a long hike, so do not run down the hill. Take your time, relax, and, you know, just go. Just don't overdo yourself. I would say most people that I talked to usually took 5 to 6 hours to do this hike. So your first day going down is all about hiking in. Then once you get there, once you get to the bottom, so throughout the hike, it's really, really cool. You're going to eventually get down to the bottom where there'll be this, the Indian store reservation, and there'll be a grocery store down there. The grocery store is actually really good. It's got a lot of food that I would not even, they even have Monster energy drinks. I did not expect that, but it was pretty cool. So in all reality, you don't necessarily need to bring a bunch of food for the 3 days. You could buy your food at the grocery store. I'm not telling you yes or no, but you know, decide. The grocery store isn't bad, so they do have plenty of stuff down there for you to use. Carrying your bag down. This is one that you'll see probably when you're looking at Havasu Falls. You've read stories about. You can get a donkey to carry your bag down. I was very surprised when we got there. Me and my fellow buddy, we carried our bags because we were thinking everybody would carry their bags because no one would pay to put their bag on a donkey, because it is actually rather expensive, like $100 for a few bags to go on there. It's quite expensive, and I thought no one's going to be doing that. Everyone's just going to be carrying their bags. I was kind of wrong. I was definitely wrong. A lot of people were paying to put their bags on the donkey so they could just hike down the hill. I would say it was a good 60 to 70% of people were doing it. I prefer carrying my bags, personally, and we did. And I think the hike would have been the same with the bags or without the bags. So that is your decision. The money does go to the Indian Reservation. However, it is on the donkeys, and there have been issues where the donkeys are overworked, and, you know, that's not good for animals, the animals. So, but that is an option for you. So let's keep going with that. So once you get to the bottom, you're at the reservation. You have another mile to 2 kilometers before you get to the campsite. On the way to your campsite, you're going to see this. Yeah, you walk past the main Havasu Falls, and it comes out of nowhere almost, and you're just like, wow. And you're very happy because you've made it. Yes, I made it. And you're very close to your campsite now, so you're going to keep walking. And this is where, once you get to the camping area is quite large. You know, it's a good, you know, quarter mile, half mile, full kilometer of campsites. So and they're on one side of the creek, this side, middle of the creek on this side. So you got to find your perfect spot. We walked for a while until just a spot just kind of opened up to us, and it was really cool. It was right next to the bathrooms and stuff like that, so it worked out well for us. But you can keep on going all the way to, I believe it is Mooney Falls, which is between, so the campsite's in between Havasu Falls and Mooney Falls. You can go all the way to Mooney Falls, the actual waterfall, and there are camping spots right on the top of it. Really cool spots. So yeah, you can kind of choose where you want to camp at. So you just want to kind of look around, find your campsite. Remember that you're going to be there for 3 days, so take your time, find the perfect camp spot. Also, be careful of, we accidentally did this. We started setting up at one campsite because it was really pretty with water and stuff like that. Then we started noticing, wow, mosquitoes and flies and bugs, they're all coming everywhere because we're on top of the water. Maybe we should move over here. So then we moved over onto more of a land area to where there wasn't as many mosquitoes and bugs. It's up to you. It's up to you what you want to do. So yeah, that's how you find your campsite. So, and then we'll just do a quick 2-minute thing on what you need to bring. So the things, the major things that I would say you need to bring are hammock, tent. You don't really need a tent if you're going to sleep in the hammock. It's up to you, kind of on your choice. The stars are gorgeous, so staring at the stars as you fall asleep is pretty amazing. You need to just plan on basically that you're camping. So if you've been camping, bring all the stuff that you would bring for camping. And then food and stuff like that. It's up to you on what you want to do for food. Like I said, you can go to the grocery store and get all the food you need. You don't need it. And they're not overly priced. It's actually very reasonable. I believe... I don't know if they actually sell alcohol, though, or beer. You might want to look into that. I can't remember if they might sell beer. I just don't know. I can't remember now. But, I mean, we were hiking so much, we weren't really drinking because we were just drinking water the whole time because we were hiking so much. But, so if you want to buy food or bring food, it's up to you. One thing, bring a bunch of water because you're going to need water, especially if you're in there in the May, June, July, August, September months. It's super hot. You're going to need water because once you do your campsite, you still have... If you're going to Beaver Falls and you're going to any other falls, because you can go pretty far, you can go miles and miles and miles of hiking, you're going to need the water on your day excursion. So be aware of that when you're and bring that stuff with you. The final tips and tips I would give you would be just make sure you do some research, all right? Do some research. There's 5 major waterfalls, but you can do even more. So if you do the right research, you can just have an amazing experience out here with the Havasu Falls. And I would definitely tell you you should try it. If you have the opportunity, go for it. Havasu Falls, in my opinion, is the most beautiful waterfall in the United States, and it's up there with against some of these waterfalls in the world because it's just that gorgeous of a place. And it's really cool how they only keep it to 225 people at any given time and 75 people a day. So it's never super, super crowded. And it's just a mind-blowing experience. And I think you'll really, really, really enjoy it. So if you like my video, subscribe, please. And if you have any ideas that you're wondering how to get other tickets for other events, I've been to a lot, and I would love to reach out and give you the exact way to get those tickets as well. So, yeah, if you got anything, put it in the comments below. Give me some ideas. Subscribe. And it was a pleasure giving you guys the run around on how to get the tickets for Havasu Falls in Arizona. Thanks, guys. Have a great one.